Having well-developed rounded shoulders is key to improving and completing a powerful-looking upper body. And there is no doubt the standing overhead press should be part and parcel of your routine in order to build those coveted boulder shoulders. However, despite looking like a simple, straightforward vertical movement, there's a lot more that goes into the overhead press than simply lifting the bar overhead. In this video, I'll go through how to overhead press properly by discussing 6 common mistakes lifters make when performing this exercise. The overhead press is an exercise perfect for bulking up your shoulders. While it is used primarily to build your anterior delts, it indirectly targets many other muscles such as your lateral or side delts, medial and lateral heads of the triceps, your upper traps, upper pecs, abs, obliques, and your postural muscles, mainly the serratus anterior and the external rotator muscles. The setup is one of the most critical aspects of a strong and stable overhead press. Faulty military pressing starts with the wrong grip, and holding the bar either in a wide bench press grip or in a narrow inside shoulder width grip is one of the most common errors seen in the overhead press. Mainly, the grip should be set slightly wider than the shoulder width. The key here is to maintain vertical forearms with the elbows in line with the wrist to minimize flaring of the elbows in the press. We want the wrist, bar, and elbow to be stacked in line to maximize pressing strength and minimize any unwanted stress on the joints. When you unrack the bar, it may feel natural to hold it closer to your fingers, rather than on your palm or over your wrist. But this position actually hyperextends your wrist joints, putting you at risk of injury and hindering your ability to press correctly. Instead, adopt the bulldog grip by sliding the bar down to your palms, rotating your hands inward, then finally taking a full firm grip. Squeezing the bar this way activates the forearms, biceps, and back muscles, helping to increase motor unit recruitment necessary for the press. It also keeps your wrists securely stacked in a neutral position, preventing them from collapsing and forcing your elbows to be placed slightly forward, which creates a stable shelf for the bar to sit on rather than slide down onto the upper chest to help you generate more force. Similar to the bench press, flaring the elbows suggests lack of upper back stability and lack of triceps and upper back strength, which can impact overall pressing performance and increase shoulder and elbow joint stress. While there will be some flaring of the elbows at the final stage of the overhead press, they should stay into the body at about 30 degrees from your torso, under the wrist and slightly in front of the bar during the setup and initial phases of the movement. As you press the load upwards, you can slightly open the elbows up, but do not allow them to completely flare out to the sides. This will help maintain stability in your shoulders and tension in your upper and middle back, and engage more your upper pecs and triceps, providing maximal shoulder press results and avoiding any injury. Many lifters press the bar in jerk curve away from their face, sticking their head excessively forward and positioning their back too far back at the top. This moves the bar further away from their shoulders, wastes energy, increases range of motion, makes the weight harder to press, and creates unwanted shearing forces on the back and shoulders. Lifting this way could be due to various mobility issues, which will be addressed in the next mistake. Now, since a perpendicular bar path is the shortest distance between your shoulders and the lockout, it's easier and better to move the bar vertically along this path to perform the overhead press properly. In order to do this, you must create space for the bar by leaning slightly back, sticking the chest up and out, and pulling your head back as you begin to press. Make sure you move your hips forward while keeping your lower back neutral. Now, once the bar passes your head, move your torso forward to stay close to it and pull your head forward to the neutral position such that the bar is directly positioned over your shoulder, neck, and feet in a straight line. This will keep the center of gravity in an optimal position, enabling you to lift the most weight possible. Many lifters, especially those who don't overhead press that often, tend to lean back and hyperextend their lower back without being aware of what proper spinal alignment feels like under load. This makes the line of force more horizontal, causing them to use more of their chest for the press and making the movement more of a standing incline bench press. Since lifters normally overextend their back when the load is heavy, the first thing you should do is lightening the weight. Overhead movement may also get restricted when your lats are tight, which your body compensates by arching your back. To improve this, foam roll both sides of your lats and across your upper mid-back before hitting your overhead pressing set. Bracing your abdominal muscles is another way to help keep your back from hyperextending and your pelvis from tilting forward. If your abs aren't strong enough, consider strengthening your core by performing a variety of ab variation exercises such as planks. Finally, insufficient range of motion at the shoulder joint due to poor shoulder mobility may also cause the back to overarch. To improve your shoulder range of motion, incorporate back stretches and shoulder dislocates in your training. Some lifters try to use their legs during the overhead press, especially when struggling to get the reps with the heavier weights. This is basically an easy way to cheat your overhead press. In fact, by doing so, you're simply doing a push press, which is not only a different type of exercise altogether, but takes work away from your shoulder muscles. If you always use your legs to press, your shoulders will be less engaged and won't get any stronger in the long run. When performing an overhead press or any type of exercise, you must always maintain consistency in your technique. Only your arms should move to press the bar over your head. Your knees and hips should stay locked. Always keep your legs straight and squeeze your quads and glutes if you have to. Your legs should balance you but not move. If you can't keep your knees locked, the weight is simply too heavy. That's it, guys. Here is a roundup of the mistakes we've covered in the video and how to fix them. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please like and share, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're looking for a complete self-educational training guide that teaches you step by step how to customize your workout and meal plans, please visit my website or check the video linked up. Also check out my next 2 suggested videos on how to pick the best protein powder that's right for you and learning all the underlying science about weightlifting for kids.